Beltran with Dave Urich back at Bayfield High School. Dave, check this out. 11 plays, 80 yards in nearly half of the second quarter, and the Bee Diggers lead 28-3.
Man, that's just some ball control offense there.
High, short kick. The ball will be fielded at the 16 by Waylon Sutton across the 25 to the 30. He's got a couple of Bee Diggers up the left sideline to beat. Cuts it back towards the outside across the 50 to the 49-yard line, maybe just to the 50. They might backtrack that football, but once again, a solid return for Waylon Sutton. He had an 85-yarder earlier, and the official will say he went out of bounds at his own 48, but still went for 33 yards.
Yeah, Brush is going to have to realize he's the man, and we're going to have to keep the ball out of his hands.
So Bayfield has it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line with the Bee Diggers leading 28-3. Winner of this game, if Brush hangs on the way they're playing, they will. They'll take on the winner of the Aspen-Kent-Denver game. We'll have an update from that game coming up momentarily. Colt Walker, the quarterback, on 1st and 10. Will give it up right up the gut. The ball is fumbled. The Bee Diggers dive on it. And do they have the football? There's a big pile out there. Seth Posey had the ball dislodged, and it looks like Bayfield jumped on it. I think one of the offensive linemen at the 50-yard line. So it'll be a advancement of 2 yards on the play that went to Seth Posey, and Bee Diggers are really disrupting that running game.
You know, it was one of those things where our guy was diving for the ball the same time there was, and their guy just kind of blocked our guy out of the way.
2nd and 8 from the 50. The pitch left to Sutton running on the short side of the field, and he was tripped up by Connor Weiser in the backfield, but he kept his feet and was able to pick up maybe a couple of yards to the Bee Digger 48-yard line, but Weiser had enough to make the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 6 to go for Bayfield.
But one of those plays, it's easy to sit up in the booth and question, but it's one of those plays that you wonder why if they're killing us on the outside, why they run that play to the short side of the field, because that's exactly what they did. They ran it towards their bench, and Sutton had no running room. Thank goodness.
3rd down and 6 from the Bee Digger 48-yard line with 3:35 to go in the second. Bee Diggers up 28-3, and Walker's going to keep the football himself and run off right tackle to the 45. Well, he really stuck the ball inside the gut of the back Posey and then took it himself. But the Bee Diggers were not fooled as, let's see, up there to make the play were Ethan Brost along with Austin Acosta, only a gain of 2, 4th and 4 from the Bee Digger 46.
You know, that was that Air Force play where they put it in the fullback's belly and then they just follow him up the hole. And I'll tell you what, Walker did do a good job of leaving it in there for a long time before he kept it.
Bayfield will go for it from the Bee Digger 46, 4th and 4, one setback. Walker is going to keep it himself. He'll have a first down to the 40-yard line, still on the move, and he's taken down at the 38, picking up 8 yards in the play, driven back by Eric Garcia, along with a couple of other Bee Diggers in Tanner Morrow, as well as Daniel Soto, but a good job of Colt Walker to extend the play and the drive for Bayfield.
Our defensive end was ready to make the tackle on the quarterback, but that time Walker never got out close enough to the defensive end where Hans could tackle him. He cut it up a lot sooner. 1st
and 10 from the 37, give right up the middle, and a short gain of 2 yards to the 35. And on the carry, it looked like, is that Robert Westbrook? It was. Bee Diggers in the middle of the defensive line made the play, 2nd down and 8. Walker, this time with a flag down. I think he was going to option it right towards Velasquez, but a flag went down, and more than likely that's going against Bayfield. Let's see the initial indication, and that will be illegal procedure against the Wolverines. At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, CNC Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts store. That's CNC Auto Parts. And now Bayfield calls their second timeout.
You know, Bayfield's another one of those offenses that has all their plays written down on a wristband that every one of the offensive players has taped to their arm, and that's why they can come up there and do those quick plays off the line of scrimmage without having to huddle up.
So when play resumes, it'll be 2nd down and 13 to go from the Bee Digger 40. The Bee Diggers have 2 touchdowns from Eric Garcia, 1 apiece from Connor Weiser and Skyler Seawald, and have not been stopped today. In fact, really the play that turned this game around was on the very first possession. Bee Diggers had a 4th and 3 from their own 46-yard line. Randy Dreitz went for it. Garcia took off from 54 yards, and that was the only time Bayfield really had a shot at stopping Brush in the opening half.
but they didn't even really have a shot because they rotated a bunch of their starters out of the game for the punt return.
Receivers split left and right. Bayfield has not attempted a pass. 2nd down and 13. The pitch left to Velasquez. He gets the block to the outside, and he's not going to bounce by 10 or Morrow inside the 40-yard line to the 36, perhaps. Let's see, well, they'll spot him, maybe the 37, because it's right in front of the Bayfield sideline. We're shielded a little bit from that view. It's a gain of 3, 3rd and 10. This will be the 7th play of the drive for the Wolverines, a drive that only started at the 48-yard line when Bayfield's had great field position. It's simply been because of special teams.
Exactly. You know, they've done it. We've given them every opportunity they've had because we've let them run the ball back so much. That time again, though, Bayfield runs that quick pitch to the short side of the field.
3rd down and 10 for Bayfield at the Beat Digger 37-yard line. Looked like there was movement. Handoff right up the middle. That's Waylon Sutton. The ball is fumbled. He was hit hard at the 36, and it looks like Bayfield retains possession of that football, but Sutton was clocked. He gained just 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 8 to go for the Wolverines. Clock is still running. 1:55 to go before the break. They've got 1 timeout remaining. And Brush has all 3 left, and they're going to go for it.
They got to go trick play here. That's all they can do. They've tried to run it right at Brush, and unless we don't play assignment football, they're going to have to put it in the air on some sort of a reverse or something.
4th and 8 from the 35. Back to throw is Walker, pumping, throwing left, and that pass is caught. 1st down and breaking. It tackles Velasquez to the 10. He's down at the 5-yard line. Skyler Seawald made the tackle, but that's a gain of 33 yards. And a 1st down, check that, make it gain of 30 yards on the pass play.
So their first pass attempt they made, and the quarterback rolled out to the right, and then Velasquez took the fake handoff and just rolled out over here to the left. He was wide open.
1st and goal from the 5. Walker will keep it himself off right tackle, and he dives to the 2. A pickup of 3 yards. That might get Bayfield a little bit back into the game if they can score. They've got 1:16 to go before the break, and Bayfield does receive the second half kickoff. They're down 28-3. 2nd and goal for the 2. 1 setback. That is Seth Posey. And there's the carry by the quarterback, Walker, off the fake handoff. He's going to score off right tackle once again from 2 yards out. And Bayfield scores a touchdown for the first time in the game. They now trail Brush 28-9.
Again, they faked the dive there to big old Posey, and then he just follows them up the hole for the touchdown. Brush got caught off guard that right there with that pass play, and a lot of it wasn't that we missed the coverage. A lot of it was just we missed the tackle.
Max Harris to attempt the extra point. The snap is there. The kick is up, and that is good. 1:04 to go before the break. It's Brush 28, Bayfield 10 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.